Josh, you know who loves Lao Gan Ma?
John Cena. John Cena loves Lao Gan Ma.
Man, I was gonna do a whole joke about it and make it funny. Why did you jump all over it like that?
Now I am become death, destroyer of jokes. This is a hot dog is a sandwich.
Ketchup is a smoothie.
Yeah, I put ice in my cereal, so what?
That makes no sense.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
What? Welcome to our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, the show we break down the world's biggest food debates. I'm your host, Josh Scher.
And I got my joke taken away from me, but I'm Nicole and
And I hope you learned a valuable lesson that bad things happen to good people.
John Cena?
John Cena has said...
John Cena's married to a Persian girl, so I automatically love him.
I didn't know that. I love him because he is very large.
He's so large.
I trust large men like John Cena and Jack Reacher.
You trust large men?
I think the world trusts large men. I think that's the thing.
Does that mean you distrust small men?
I don't want to perjure myself here in front of the court, but I think it's scientifically shown, and this is messed up. This is a bias that the world has, that larger men induce more trust in people.
So
Lyndon
how do you
B. Johnson, giant.
How do you feel about Chris Kattan?
I love Chris Kattan, dude. Corky
Mango.
Romano, Mango, incredible. Night at the Roxbury. Chris Kattan is an American hero, but if him and Will Ferrell are next to each other,
you're gonna trust Will Ferrell.
Which one are you gonna ask for directions?
Both of them.
I guess. No, I don't know. I'm not saying anything about short. I've lived my whole life, and that's my bias. That's my privilege as a tall person.
You're tall? Are you considered a tall guy?
Statistically,
How
yeah.
tall are you?
6'2". Maggie, can you look up where 6'2"?
On a good day?
Where is I'm a real 6'2". But I got the measuring tape. I just wear small shoes.
I think it's 6'4".
Look up where 6'2" is in relation to statistical distribution.
Yeah, we'll
so what percentile?
Listen, we'll get to the podcast.
Say 6'2", what percentile American height? Chili crisp. That's what we're eating today. We are eating a bunch of, I would call it Sichuan chili crisp, but I don't know if that's necessarily true for all the things that we're going to eat today.
I think, it started as Sichuan chili crisp.
Yes, and that's what I knew it as, and I mostly only ate the one brand. 6'2" is in the 90th percentile. I am taller than 9 out of 10 men.
Okay, go
that's
off,
right.
queen.
It is not something that I hold as part of my personality, but, I'm just statistically, I wish I was 6'4". Everyone wishes they were something else. The Sichuan chili crisp. The Sichuan chili crisp that I grew up eating and that I still...
You grew up eating this?
Not grew up eating, but probably since I was a late teen.
Okay, fair.
At least last decade plus, I've been eating Lao Gan Ma chili crisp that you will see over here.
Right. That is kind of like the progenitor. Is that?
Progenitor.
I say progenitor.
You can say progenitor. I think progenitor is what most people say.
I like progenitor because it makes it sound like Terminator. You don't say Terminator.
Terminator.
You don't say Terminator.
I say Terminator.
I am the Terminator. I tried my best as governor of California. I made several missteps, but my heart seemed like it was in the right place.
I'm married to Maria Shriver.
I thought I could reach across the political divide.
That's pretty good.
The Arnold documentary about his political career is actually pretty fascinating. He really seemed like he tried.
He did try. The Governator tried.
The Governator tried.
A hit and a miss.
He tried.
Isn't his son in
White Lotus? Yeah, Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
we need to listen, look at me.
Yeah.
We are getting way too off topic and it hasn't even been 5 minutes.
I was just about to talk about how much I loved him. Small role in Gen V, the spin-off from The Boys, but it's about the college. Anyways, Lao Gan Ma. Lao Gan Ma is the progenitor?
Progenitor.
Lao Gan Ma basically is the progenitor of...
It's the OG.
100%. Lao Gan Ma is the OG. People will call it just grandma chili crisp because the person on there, Tao Huabi, who I am so sorry for my Chinese pronunciation, but she kind of started this company from scratch.
Yeah,
she was born...
it translates into old godmother.
Yeah, old godmother. So that's who is actually on there.
Right.
And she was born, just before the Maoist revolution, and she was super poor. She was never learned to read, and she eventually opened up a noodle shop as she got older, and she made her chili crisp. Chili crisp is something that goes back to the 1700s in cookbooks that you can find in China, and the OG recipes are just fried chilies and sesame oil and serve.
Right.
But she would make this with crispy soybeans and sesame seeds and all this stuff in it.
Right.
And she would serve that at her noodle shop. One day she runs out of sauce and people are like, I'm not even eating the noodles without this delicious chili sauce on it. So she starts marketing it, and then now the family, the Tao family, is worth over $1 billion.
Honestly, that's cool. That's a cool billionaire.
I'd say the American dream is the Chinese dream, I suppose. But
Are you
there's
getting paid to say that?
no, I'm not John Cena. I recognize Taiwanese sovereignty. I am not getting paid to say that. But this to me is still like the standard bearer. And then now, as this condiment got more popular, we're kind of seeing the same thing that we saw with Sriracha, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'd say so.
And now this is sort of calling it the new Sriracha is super, super reductive, but also in terms of like cult fandom, even down to the brand.
In terms of the way Americans digest spicy things, I think calling it the next Sriracha is applicable in this space.
I would also say the way that America digests culture in a way, right?
Fair, yeah.
The way that America, like, we will see something, and when I say we, I mean just like
The collective.
population, the collective unconscious here, sees something with a unique branding. And both Sriracha, thinking of the rooster on
With
the
the green
bottle,
top.
with the green top, big, just bright red bottle. You see it at Chinese restaurants. Similar, like, very iconic branding with Lao Gan Ma
Very.
and the old godmother on there.
The granny with the apron on it.
Yeah, there was an analysis of their branding where somebody talked about how it kind of harkens back to like socialist China.
I know, I saw that
branding.
too.
Yeah.
The research, I saw that too.
Yeah, so I think that's really funny. But now we have all of these competitive brands, including places like Trader Joe's have come out with their own chili crisp.
Yeah.
People are putting it on ice cream. And today we are going to try these different products.
This is very exciting for me.
This is very exciting for me.
I'm a big chili crisp fan.
What's your favorite thing to put it on?
Pizza.
Pizza. Chili crisp on pizza.
Chili crisp on pizza is probably my favorite application.
Interesting.
Or a bowl of white rice.
I
Either or.
have a question about chili crisp on pizza. So the American view of hot sauce is like really, really unique.
Okay, explain.
All of our hot sauces, if you think about it, follow like a similar format of like chili pepper, vinegar, salt. Those are the only three ingredients in Tabasco.
Yeah.
But then even all of our other hot sauces past Tabasco, past like the Louisiana style hot sauces, they still have like a similar profile in terms of like acid, salt, and heat.
There is a large amount of acid in...
And viscosity.
Oh, sure. That's fair. I'll say this about chili crisp or chili crunch. There is no acid in it. And if
No.
it is so faint and so minute that it doesn't even register to me when I'm eating it.
A lot more countries have things like chili oils, which is great because the oil actually like blooms all the aromas in the chili and stuff. And a lot more countries have things like chili paste. You look at like Indonesian sambals.
Sure.
You look at harissa. You look at srug.
Yeah.
Also, it's called like zahawig.
I only know it as
The Yemeni zahawig, but like the like thick pastes. And so it's kind of crazy that this like really took off in America the way that it has.
When do you think that it started gaining an insane amount of traction?
I would say like 2018 maybe.
Was that the first time you saw it? Like
The first
blow
time that
up?
I saw it, I mean, I've been shopping at like 99 Ranches
Yeah,
for
that makes-
forever, so we're on
yeah.
a different plane.
That's true. Me and you have been around this for like years and years and years.
But
now.
I think when people started like putting it on ice cream, and
And
there were
avocado toast.
an avocado toast,
Yeah.
and there were the Eater.com articles like the new trend of putting chili crisp on this. And there's a lot of different products out there on the market. I remember. There's one that we don't have here, but it was just called Japanese.
Oh my god, I literally
Crunchy
have it right
garlic
here.
or
Yes,
something?
S&B chili oil with crunchy garlic, the umami topping.
The umami topping. There's
Yeah.
so much MSG in that, and
Yeah.
it's delightful. But you're getting a lot of different notes here. On the pizza front, sometimes you'll go to like especially new fancy pizza places. They don't give you crushed red pepper. They give you Calabrian chili oil.
Yes, they
You
do.
would prefer a Sichuan chili crisp over Calabrian chili oil.
So what I actually prefer is this one right here. So this is called
Dang.
Mishima. This is Chef Tony's recipe. I was raised on this because I think Smart and Final used to have Chef Troy's Mishima garlic chili crunch. And
You know
this-
these people?
I mean, I was raised on this. Like, this was in my house. My brother would always get this. This was the one thing he would always have. And the ingredient breakdown is soybean oil, garlic, sesame oil, onion, sugar, salt, chili, soy sauce. There's yeast extract, but there's no Sichuan in here. But let me tell you, this was my first, like, foyer into chili crunch, chili crisp, and it is so damn good.
I don't think there's Sichuan peppercorn in
Which one?
Sichuan chili crisp.
And the one that we have? Which
In
one?
Lao Gan Ma. Is there Sichuan peppercorn in Lao Gan Ma?
Let's see what
So
we got.
the Sichuan peppercorn that Nicole's talking about, there's a phrase ma la, and like I can't remember if it's ma or la, but one of them is like the spicy heat you get from capsaicin
Right.
and chili pepper. The other one is from this kind of electric tingle you get from very few plants on Earth, like the jombu flower in Brazil.
Buzzball? Is that what it's called?
Buzzball, but not buzzballs, buzz buttons.
Buzz buttons, sorry.
Buzzballs are the
Buzz
7-Eleven
balls
drink.
get me kind of vibrating in another
That's
way.
like you drink before a concert in a parking lot. But that and Sichuan peppercorn and like prickly ash in Japan
Right.
give you this electric tingle. But I don't think there's Sichuan peppercorn in that. I think there's just chili.
In this hot chili sauce version, I think there's about 30 versions of Lao Gan Ma, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
But this one, it only has soybean oil, chili, fermented kohlrabi, which I've never ever tasted before knowingly.
Can I see this?
Yeah, peanut, monosodium glutamate, salt, sugar, pepper powder, sulfur dioxide, sodium sulfide. Go ahead and give
Crazy.
that. I've never seen the ingredient breakdown on Lao Gan Ma, so that's exciting for me.
Fermented kohlrabi. That
So
is
exciting.
a trip. That's going to give it a nice little funk. Should we start breaking into these and trying them?
Yeah, I got little cute spoons.
Oh, God, that smells so
Does
good.
it? Let me smell.
Okay, so
grab
OG
yourself a good spoonful first.
OG Lao Gan Ma. So this isn't like the ultra crispy one.
This is just Lao Gan Ma.
I don't think this is the crisp, though.
It's not?
Nope.
Is that a problem?
No. I don't know.
Josh, is that a problem?
What?
Is that a problem?
You know.
Oh my God. Is there an actual Lao Gan Ma chili crunch?
Yeah.
Well, it is crunchy.
Dude, it's the MSG. And this one, the fermented kohlrabi. That's really, really fun.
It's kind of iconic.
Damn. There's no Sichuan peppercorn in that, though.
Nope, but it's really good.
God, that is good. It does offer such a unique flavor profile compared to anything else. Dude, I'm on an empty stomach. I haven't eaten any lunch.
You didn't eat lunch?
Where's the time, Nicole? When do I have time?
I ate my Mendocino farm sandwich, no problem.
I'm going to be burning up by the end of this. I'm pretty excited about it.
Do you want a piece of toast?
Absolutely not.
I'll get Colby to
Let's
make you a piece of
run
toast,
it.
man.
Do you think anything there is going to beat that? Because we have some interesting products here.
Yes, I do.
Let's crack open the next one. Let's compare these.
Okay, so this is By Jing. I would say this one is probably the second most iconic.
By Jing and Momofuku. Because I want to talk about these two for a second.
Drama!
There is a lot of drama. So, David Chang, who opened Momofuku Noodle Bar in New York.
An iconic restaurateur.
Iconic restaurant. I've eaten there. He really popularized, paying more money for a bowl of ramen, and especially in relation to how much money people would pay for like a bowl of spaghetti, I think really did a lot, especially for East Asian food. He started the company Momofuku, making prepared food products
CPG products.
like Chili Crunch and also like barrel-aged soy sauce, stuff like that. There was a lot of drama when his company, I believe in 2023, filed a trademark, and not only that, they were sending cease and desist letters for the use of the phrase chili crunch.
It kind of exploded in the food.
It
food media
exploded in food
genre.
media
Yeah.
like crazy, and David Chang got so much flack from it.
A lot.
What was your first reaction when you heard that? Because he was sending cease and desist to like family-owned brands. When I say he was sending, that's a
His
asterisk
team.
over he.
His
right?
legal team.
Yeah.
So my initial thought was, he's not a businessman, he's a businessman. And sometimes people in business do shady things. They do. But I don't think he did anything necessarily shady. I think he went through all of the legal parameters that he was given, and he did things that were a little bit I wouldn't do that. But again, I'm not a business-minded person.
When you say I
Me and
wouldn't
you
do
were-
that,
Uh-huh.
I've just never been in that situation.
Me and
right?
you-
I've never.
Josh, me and you love you to death.
Yeah, I love you.
Me
too,
and
man.
you are business, not like business people like that.
Yeah.
So, oh, that was so spicy. So I don't know if the opportunity presented itself to me to trademark Chili Crisp,
Yeah.
to write cease and desist letters. Would I do it? I really don't know, because I don't think that way. I don't operate that
Sure.
way. But, someone who's, trying to make a conglomerate, trying to, make incredible CPG products and to, influence people.
Yeah.
They might do stuff like that.
No, that makes sense. My initial read on it, and I think now that I think about it, I'm like less charitable now towards David Chang in that camp. My initial read on it was like, this is just business as usual. And also,
Exactly,
he's not
business.
running the day-to-day operations, right?
No,
like
he has a huge
certainly
team.
has like a team, and like lawyers are probably just like, oh, we're creating a product called Chili Crunch. Chili Crunch. We're creating a product called Chili Crunch. They actually bought the trademark from another company. It was actually a Mexican foods company.
Yeah, spelled Chile.
Yeah, that had already had it. And so
Yeah.
we're like, okay, we have the opportunity to buy this trademark. We should do it. That makes a ton of sense. I know like a lot of people just kind of trademark a lot of different things.
Just to do it.
I don't know the laws behind that. It's the sending of cease and desist letters.
That rubbed you the
Because
wrong way.
you could choose to not do that, right? You
Sure.
could choose to, hey, we have this trademark in case Kraft Foods comes in with a chili crunch and tries to like.
Maybe they were trying to get over the sriracha of it all.
Well, so Sriracha is the interesting thing because they never trademarked nothing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he didn't want what happened to Sriracha to happen to Chili Crunch. But that being said, the date that Lao Gan Ma came out versus the date that Momofuku Chili Crisp came out
Yeah.
are two very different dates.
100%. So like Lao Gan Ma already like a very established product, whereas
Yeah.
Sriracha was an established product in Thailand. Sriracha Panich, the original sauce.
Right.
But it wasn't really in America where Lao Gan Ma obviously is. But it really is the sending of cease and desist letters because a lot
That
of what their
rubbed you the
team
wrong way.
said that was like, well, we're trying to protect from larger brands, which does make sense.
That's
but if you're
what I'm
trying
saying.
to protect family-owned businesses from larger brands, then why are you sending them
But
cease
why are
and
you
desist
sending
letters?
why are you sending cease and desist
Again,
letters
coulda-
to the small families?
Could have
Yeah.
just been a kind of mistake, whatever. I think there were other things that David Chang did that people sort of
Grasped
got
onto.
rubbed the wrong way.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a ripe for it in a certain sense.
David Chang, come on the podcast.
David Chang, come on the podcast, man. Let's talk about it.
I'd love to have you on.
Absolutely, man. We had our cupcake release party at Major Domo.
Hell yeah.
Love his food. Awesome, successful, interesting guy. The interesting thing,
Go ahead. Yes.
Fly By Jing. So this isn't Fly By Jing. This is Momofuku. I just say Fly By Jing. Really great.
Deep,
super.
dusky.
Yeah, Jing Gao, I believe is her name. She started this company making kind of smaller batch chili crisps and actually tried to trademark the phrase Sichuan chili crisp in 2019.
Oh.
Yes. So this is just how, and this it doesn't make her a bad person.
But they were not successful.
They're not successful because it's like
didn't have the
it's
money
like trying
for
to trademark like jalapeno hot sauce. You can't trademark that because it's a commonly understood phrase.
You can't trademark ketchup.
You cannot trademark ketchup.
At this point in time, you cannot trademark ketchup.
No, you can probably trademark terms like extra fancy ketchup, which I'm sure somebody has, you know,
Okay.
or like I don't know, home style creamy ranch, so something stupid like that.
Right.
But when it's like just a name of a product, you can't trademark that. So it's like anybody in this situation might just trademark that basic term. But I think because David Chang is already very rich and very successful, whereas Jing is
Starting
a
out.
really awesome just like startup. Also, Fly By Jing makes ridiculously awesome products.
Yes, I use a lot of them myself.
Yeah. And also, we're not experts on this situation, but it was a
We are not
ridiculous
lawyers.
level of drama in the food community at the time.
I remember when it happened, me and you like sat down and like really tried to dissect it. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
we were
we
in your
did.
office. I was sitting on the couch. You were sitting at your desk, and we are like, "What are we going to do about this David Chang thing? Like he's our brother or something?"
A second, David Chang said, "All right, let me try Momofuku next to Fly By Jing because these are the two like direct competitors."
I'll say this about the Fly By Jing. I'll say that there's a depth and a duskiness and a savory note that is unique to Fly By Jing.
Yeah.
And the spice level is much higher. Please don't double dip with the
Oh my
Momofuku.
God,
Not with the Momofuku. I want you to have an honest to God original experience with it.
The Momofuku is really spicy. It's really sweet and nutty,
So sweet.
which is cool, but also I don't know if that's what I want from. You see a deeper toast on the chilies in Fly By Jing.
Right. A deep toast. The oil color is different.
A big technique I've learned from like cooking a lot of different international dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Burn the shit out of your foods, man. Like sometimes like you toast
Sorry.
a lot of Mexican cooking, a lot of steps that I've seen a lot of like white American cooks not take.
Burn
is
it.
Frying the hell out of the chilies.
Frizzle it.
Getting that super, super burnt.
Get it frizzled. Should I read the ingredients on the Fly By Jing?
Yeah.
Non-GMO Sichuan rapeseed oil. Non-GMO.
Oh, they still use that term instead of canola.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Soybean oil, dried chili pepper, preserved black bean. I think that might be the deep, dark, dusky that
That
we're
adds up.
tasting. Garlic, sesame
It
oil,
is the black bean,
salt,
hey?
shallot, garlic, ginger, mushroom powder. There's that savory
A
note.
lot of umami in there.
Seaweed powder, spices, Sichuan.
Is there
pepper.
MSG in there?
No.
Fly By
according to
Jing
this.
coming to a gunfight with a knife and maybe winning?
This is really good.
That's really good. And like there's nothing wrong with MSG, but the fact that they're able to get that level of depth with black bean paste and mushroom powder,
Let me say,
that's really cool.
the Momofuku though, I love the sesame notes. The sweet and the
They're
sesame.
different products, right?
How on earth could anyone put these two products, the Fly By Jing and the Momofuku, next to each other and say that they are the same product? Blows my mind.
It's like Tapatio versus Tabasco. You know?
That is a very fair observation. They can be in the same aisle, but they shouldn't be next to each other.
No, and I want to put one of those on eggs and hash browns in a diner with ketchup. That's Tabasco. Then I want to put the other one on a breakfast burrito. That's
Josh,
Tapatio.
you know, typically you don't make a lot of sense to me, but right now you just did.
Thank you. I'm incredibly smart. And I eat so much hot sauce.
Oh, you do.
What do you think about that compared to the Lao Gan Ma, though?
The Fly By Jing?
Fly By Jing and Momofuku compared to Lao Gan Ma? Because once we get past this, I mean, we can...
The chunk of the Lao Gan Ma is really enjoyable to eat.
Yeah.
I love the chunk factor. I think it creates a really fun taste sensation in your mouth. Also, think about it. People aren't eating these spoonful by spoonful like us nut jobs are. They're eating it with food.
Yeah.
The thought of eating the Lao Gan Ma in like a beautiful bowl of fresh white rice with those toasty kohlrabi notes and those flaky chili notes and that delicious oil is really, really enjoyable for me.
Dude.
But I am leaning towards like that addictiveness, that addictive, like I want to go back for more. The Momofuku's doing it for me
Oh,
because
interesting.
Because of the sugar content.
That's funny. So I might agree with that, but if these three are on my table, I'm reaching for Lao Gan Ma every time. There's something so unique. I think it's the same thing with freaking Hoi Fong Food Sriracha.
Maybe.
Where like I have had srirachas that are close to Hoi Fong. I've had srirachas that are like almost objectively better than Hoi Fong, the Rooster brand. But when it comes to like me making, air fried orange chicken at home or something dumb, like I do, trying to be a little healthy, and I need to squirt hot sauce all over it to make it taste better because it's too healthy. I'm going for Hoi Fong Sriracha because it's that familiarity to me. And so this, you know what I do with Chili Crisp? I just realized.
What do you do?
I make Emily Mariko bowls at home.
Oh,
I will
icon.
I will broil salmon with some mayonnaise-y miso-y thing on top. Whole side of it, not fillets. And it gets medium rare. And I flake it off. I put it on a bowl with white rice, furikake, some sort of steamed green, maybe some lightly dressed cucumbers, avocado, whatever.
More people need to eat mid-rare salmon.
100%. I'll sploop that onto a bowl. And then Julia eats it like a normal human. And I mash it into a paste. And I shove it into seaweed snacks. But then I just mash a ton of chili oil into it. Or chili crisp.
Can you please eat Chef Tony's, whatever his name is?
Chef
Tony?
Troy. Who is Chef Troy?
I don't know, but
Do we know this man's?
You have to eat it.
This is 90% garlic, right? Hell yeah, dude.
Josh, it's so good. This is the taste of my childhood, if you must
Oh,
know.
baby.
Josh, isn't that ridiculous?
Oh.
Dude, Smart and Final chili oil. It is mind-alteringly delicious.
It is. We're talking about different products. This is like the garlic. It is 90% garlic.
Yes.
And it has caramelized so much. It tastes like you're eating candy.
I could eat that spoonful by spoonful, no problem.
I can't stress this enough. Like when Chili Crisp really hit the American market hard, we as an American people, again, big collective, too broad of an umbrella here. We're not used to eating chili oils like that, especially with chunkies in it.
No, but it's
You
good.
know?
But it's a good thing that we're doing it now.
100% chunky, spicy condiments all over the world, right? And we need to eat more of them. And I'm so glad we have these options.
Do you love that?
I love it. It's different product.
Is
I don't know what I would
absolutely not.
use this on as opposed to that.
Pizza.
You know, we
Now,
got.
do you understand why I want to put it on
Yes.
pizza? It's all the garlic in there.
You know, we need to eat way more of. My best friend Deep's mom, shout out Malini Nayak, sent me home with a ton last time I went. Freaking mango pickle.
We don't eat enough mango
Dude,
pickle.
I
You're
was
so right, King.
I think it's like mustard oil, chili,
I love
mango with the skin on, and the skin gets all like.
Is it green
crunchy.
mango?
Yeah. Oh my god, mango, dude.
I love green mango, green papaya, green plantain. I love it. So Josh is now trying what I have in my house 24/7,
Do you really?
which is a Trader Joe's. What is it called?
Oh
chili
god,
crisp?
crunchy chili onion. This is the ultimate example. And again, I don't feel any type of way about it, except for the fact that it's a harbinger of cultural change. Of Trader Joe's. For real, once a product like this hits Trader Joe's, it's like, oh, things are different now.
It's whitewashing it.
It's whitewashing it, yeah.
It's whitewashing. But it tastes good, and it's a constant in my home.
Dude, that tastes white.
It
I'd
tastes
say
white.
this is a white man. That tastes white. This tastes like my people made it.
Does it taste whiter than Chef Troy's?
Dude, try it. Eat it. There's no chili. Oh, this is olive oil. This is literally meant to be a white person chili crisp. They made white chili crisp.
Hold on.
Intentionally. It's not like they're hiding. It's not like they tried to make a Sichuan chili
Olive
crisp for
oil,
white people.
dried onions, dried garlic, dried red bell pepper, dried chili peppers, toasted dried onions, sea salt, paprika. Wow, this is literally Italian chili crisp.
But not even quite Italian. Because there's some more Italianification
The
you could have
olive,
done
the,
to that.
the olive oil and the bell peppers, it's pretty Italian tasting to me.
Yeah, I don't know though. There's still something so sweet about to get garlic
Something
to
so white about
that
it.
level. Yeah, right? To get garlic to that level, you have to fry the hell out of it to the point where it desiccates and it caramelizes in a way that gives it a sweet palate and a sweet palate of garlic that I've never really had in Italian food.
That's bitter.
It's not good.
There is a note of bitterness that makes me want to eat more Chef Troy's. Please.
Same.
pardon me.
I'm having such a good time. Dude, my adrenaline's rising. Yeah, there's simply, I don't know, finish a pasta with it, but even then I'd probably rather just put olive oil and garlic in a pan with some chili flake.
I'll cook my sunny side up egg in that.
Yeah? Have fun. You can take that home.
But it's my least favorite out of all the ones we've tried.
This.
Oh my God. So
One more. Uno más. Solamente.
So Josh and I believe that salsa macha needs its time in the sun.
Yeah. Salsa Macha is the best condiment in the world.
We love salsa macha. It is basically Sichuan chili crisps, just with more, what would you say, Latin American?
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's Sichuan, it's Mexican chili crisp is what it
Mexican,
is,
yeah.
or Sichuan chili crisp. Lao Gan Ma is Chinese salsa matcha.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's seeds, it's nuts, it's chilies, it's spices, all toasted and preserved in oil until they're crunchy. It is incredible. If you have like salsa matcha on, I love it. I don't like getting it on greasy meats.
I like it on fish tacos.
You like it on fish tacos?
Yeah.
Interesting. I love it on just a pollo asado taco, like proper, not like a crappy chicken taco, one where they like really taken the time. Just like the leanness of the chicken, the fattiness of this oil.
What
but
kind of
like
nuts
this has
are in
like
here?
whole pepitas,
Ooh,
whole
that excites me.
almonds.
Sesame seeds.
This is a brand called Somos that brands this as Mexican chili crisp, which is why we got it. But there is a Taco Maria, which is a Michelin-starred taqueria from Orange County
I really want to go.
that made a series of salsa machas, one with chicatana ants.
One with chicatana ants.
The chicatana ant salsa
That was
macha from
good.
Taco Maria.
That's good.
One of the greatest things I've ever put in my mouth.
I remember
But
that. That was a good time.
We're going to try this.
Go ahead, try it. I'm just playing with it right now. It looks like one of those kids' toys. You know those sensory toys?
It's kind of a bummer to you?
Yeah. What kind of oil are they using?
This is a bummer to me.
What kind of oil is it?
I don't know. This just tastes like nuts and oil. Damn.
Avocado oil.
We had no reason to know that this is going to taste like this. Oh, they do call it salsa macha next to Mexican chili crisp. Dude, where's the chili?
Maybe it's at the bottom. Let me
See if you can like what do they
Isolate.
call it? Like the Yoplait fruit at the bottom. But the thing that I love about I just
Homemade
think
salsa
chili.
macha?
If I can wax poetic about chili peppers before
You can do some digging. It's
Cortez gets to Mexico, right? Like only South America, Mexico, the Mesoamerican empires had chilies in the entire world, right? By 1500, nobody else in the entire world outside the Mesoamerican empires had tasted chili pepper before. Nobody, which is to say capsaicin. That spice only resides in chili peppers.
Not even
it
in
was
China?
used, not even in China.
No way.
They had peppers, they had ginger, they had things that induce heat, but they didn't have capsaicin, which to
Oh.
me is crazy. So even Thai food wasn't spicy in the way that we think of it, and capsaicin, until the peppers migrated their way over there via trade and expansion. But like heat and capsaicin was used in religious rituals, right? By like the Aztecs, the Olmecs, the Toltecs. And it's like, it is almost a way in which we've conquered God, because it's a defense mechanism in plants, right?
Yes.
Spicy, don't eat it, hurt, pain, back away. But the fact that we like the spice so much and we used it for medicine, because this raises your endorphins, so it makes you feel less pain, right? The fact that we used it to work ourselves up into trances for religious rituals made us then naturally propagate or progenate as progenitors of the plant. And I just think it's incredible. And I wish this had more chilies in it.
I know. What I'm learning is that there's nothing better than homemade chili oil. But
I don't
I'm
know if
glad
I've ever made it.
you never made it before. I've made it a few
I
times.
think I've only made it for the show.
Do you think chili oil is like overrated?
Absolutely not.
You don't.
Absolutely not. I think chili oil, specifically Sichuan chili crisp, is one of the world's truly great condiments. And I think there are a lot of other condiments out there. I am waiting for people to wake up to the Sambal revolution.
I'm there with you, man.
Sambal
Indonesian
terasi?
sambal. Indonesian
Oh my God.
sambal needs its time in the sun.
And there are so many of them, but I think like Americans waking up to the fact that a spicy condiment doesn't just have to be a hot sauce out of a bottle, right? I think that's a really awesome thing, and I think it's really opening people's palates up to the entire world. So no, I don't think Sichuan chili crisp is overrated whatsoever.
Me too.
I can't wait to see what more comes out of this space.
Hell, I don't even say it's underrated. Just stop screwing it up. Just make it good. If you're going to make it, please make it good. And if you're going to make a packaged product, make it a good packaged product.
You know, Nicole, life gets busy sometimes, but that doesn't mean you can't learn a new language.
That's right, Josh. And with Rosetta Stone, you can fit language learning into your schedule. On your desktop, on your phone, wherever you are. Rosetta Stone's immersive method makes learning feel natural.
There are no English translations, just real-world language that actually sticks. So I've actually started learning Spanish with
No
Rosetta
way.
Stone. I programmed it into my Sundays,
Oh my
which
gosh,
is really
good for
nice. So
you.
now I have like my own little scheduled learning time. I'm really amazed at how quickly I've picked up useful phrases. Es muy fácil, Nicole. Whether I have
Look
5
at
minutes
you.
or an hour, it's cool because I can learn on my own time at my own pace.
That's so wonderful. I'm glad that you kind of like quelled the scary Sundays, that we all have by learning a new language.
Sí, gracias.
Rosetta Stone is a trusted language expert with 30 years of experience, millions of users, and 25 languages offered. Rosetta Stone is the go-to language learning solution.
Their list of languages includes Spanish, French, Italian, German, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Dutch, and so much more.
Don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. A Hot Dog is a Sandwich listeners can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off.
That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life. Visit rosettastone.com/hotdog to get started and claim your 50% off today.
Don't miss out. Go to rosettastone.com/hotdog and start learning today.
I think I forgot to use our own discount code. I'm out here paying
Josh.
full price like a schmuck.
Schmuck.
Well, use the discount code. Be smarter than me. Well, all right, Nicole. I've heard what you and I have to say. Now it's time to find out what other wacky opinions are rattling out there in the universe. Time for a little segment we call
Opinions are like casseroles. You fart.
No, did it sound like fart or smell like fart?
Smells like farts.
No, Meg, did you fart?
Someone farted.
I would cop if I farted. I didn't fart. Dude, it is disgusting how much I fart at the gym. It's because I don't know, I eat a lot for dinner. I go home for dinner and that's when I like eat all my nutrition. I eat all my vegetables. I eat all my meats, my proteins. I'll have like fruit for dessert. And so all that fiber in the morning before I've evacuated, it just starts coming out on the treadmill. And
Someone or something farted.
I don't smell it. I swear to God, it wasn't me. And I don't smell that.
Bless you.
Maybe you farted and forgot.
I would feel it.
All right.
Okay. Start bench cut. Sambal, Sriracha, chili crisp.
Oh no. I am unfortunately going to have to cut Sriracha. I love Sriracha. This is crazy. I probably use Sriracha the most on it every day, but if I'm thinking about future me, I'm going to want to bench chili crisp. Sichuan chili crisp, especially Lao Gan Ma, is absolutely fantastic. I'm keeping it on the side. I'm having access to it for when I want it. I think the greatest hot sauce in the world is Sambal from Indonesia. And not just Sambal Olek from Hoi Fong Foods, the same company that makes Sriracha.
Right.
But I'm talking about like ketchup sambal, terasi. What are the other ones that we love? There's the lemongrass one. There's the shrimp paste one. Sambal is the greatest condiment in the entire world. The entire panoply of sambals. I hope it takes over the earth. I hope I can get more varieties in my mainstream grocery store in America.
Sambal Mata.
Sambal Mata.
My favorite.
Golly. Sambal, man. Coming to a store near you.
That was beautiful, Josh. Okay, Maggie, let's get that first opinion. Let's go.
Josh and Nicole, I freaking love you guys. Y'all are
Love
awesome.
you too, dude.
Thank you for being a part of my life.
You're welcome.
If you could design a meal based on the intensity of the smell of the fart that it will create from your own body,
Did you
what
pick
would the
this?
meal be? Was that a coherent thought?
It was a prescient thought.
That's crazy.
Did you know that?
Did I know what?
That he was going to talk about farts and you just
I
said
don't
somebody
pick
farted?
these.
You actually smelled fart.
I didn't pick these.
Nicole's just
Megan
talking about
doesn't pick-
smelling a fart in here and there's no fart.
So my family has like deep roots in like fortune telling.
Go ahead. I thought you were going to say farting.
Well, yeah, that too. But like, let me tell you, like, not like my grandma used to like know who was calling her on the phone before like caller ID. So it's clearly passed down through me, and I can know when people are going to talk about farts because I can smell it in the air.
That's incredible.
I know, talent, right?
That is a lot of talent.
Raw, unadulterated talent passed down from generation to generation. Why are you laughing? It's real.
But it just works for farts.
Just unfortunately, the one I got just for farting.
Well, at least you got something. When my dad died, he didn't leave me a will. He left me a bill. I think it's an old Chris Rock. Anyways,
Sorry about that.
trying to design a meal for the perfect farts.
What are perfect farts?
for the craziest stink bomb fart?
Oh,
what
like
is
the
fartiest
worst
meal
farts.
If you design, and I have actually asked this exact question to the head of gastroenterology of Kaiser Permanente. Because this is the life that I've lived. When I was a journalist, I wrote a piece. It was actually for First We Feast when it was a food blog. You can still look this up. Look up, if you search First We Feast fart sommelier, it should come up. Nicole, let me
Okay,
know
I'm
if you
on
did
it.
And I use so many pseudonyms for fart in this, and I think the doctor's like, I'm just trying to help patients with digestive issues. That's my goal. And I just kept trying to get him to say funny things about farts.
Yeah.
But I did ask him, like, what makes Taco Bell so farty? And he was like, it is truly a perfect storm. So there's something called like oligosaccharides, something or other. But anyways, things that tend to upset people's stomachs, give them farts, and in like oils and fats, you'll find in that. So red meat produces a lot of methane inside the body. Mm-hmm. That's good, but then you need something to propel the methane out. You need fiber, so you need beans,
Okay.
right? And then also spicy foods
Yes.
these spices can come out in your farts. So eat a lot of cumin, coriander, cinnamon, whatever.
Yeah,
your
it
farts
says-
will literally smell like that.
Spices, nature's anus perfume. This
Did I-
is what
I wrote
Josh
that?
wrote. This
Yeah.
is what Josh wrote how many moons ago? 2017.
It's funny because sometimes I like to portray myself as a serious journalist, and I certainly wrote
You are
serious
serious.
pieces. Yeah. And then I use the phrase butt burps a lot.
Disgusting. That I don't like.
I got the butt burps.
So our perfect meal would be steak with a side of beans?
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like, even like a fattier thing than a steak, like chuck. So like chili is
I was going to say chili.
chili is one of like the perfect farty foods.
And if you're lactose intolerant, a nice swap of sour cream,
Yeah.
a handful of some sharp cheddar.
We could talk about like, eat a bunch of sauerkraut and then eat, but no, like chili's kind of the perfect fart food already.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's your answer. I hope you're happy.
I really hope you are. I've thought more about that than most people. All right.
Hi, Nicole and
Come on.
You know his name.
It's me.
and Josh.
There it
Hi.
is. Okay.
So
love you.
my opinion is that beef microwaved is disgusting. I can
Interesting.
always taste it, and it just grosses me out. Why is that? And why is it that salmon can be microwaved perfectly and is delicious when
Whoa.
done so?
Whoa!
Thanks. Love the podcast. Bye.
My dude! You're telling me microwaved fish is better than microwaved meat? Is this a real thing, this person? Why do you look so perplexed? Why is your brow so furrowed? You're furrowing your brow.
I did a quick Google.
What'd
I did
you-
a quick Google about it.
What'd you Google?
This is just from Wikipedia because I've never thought about this whatsoever, and I don't feel like I've ever noticed it.
I don't know.
I've microwaved a fair amount of salmon, especially for my delicious Emily Mariko bowls. But there is a whole Wikipedia entry on something called warmed over flavor. The occurrence of warmed over flavor begins as lipids, primarily lipids from the cell membrane of cells in the meat, are attacked by oxygen. This process is aided by the release of iron from iron-containing proteins in the meat, including myoglobin and hemoglobin.
Huh.
What the F, dude?
I've never heard of this before. It explains why my husband doesn't like food microwaved. He likes it to sit warmed up in a pan.
I also don't like microwaving my foods, especially like a stew or a soup.
Yes. My
But
husband's the same
I've
way.
always insisted that I could taste it, but I assumed it was just a neuroses.
I think it's a little you and my husband are both Jewish, so
That makes sense.
you guys are both very neurotic.
Also, though, I'm very careful about saying that I can tell something is microwave because my dad tricked me once and I was so embarrassed.
Huh.
When I was like 12 years old, we used to just like freeze loaves of bread.
Yeah.
And then he'd microwave them and then maybe toast them or something, serve them with dinner.
Okay.
And I remember once being like, why do we always got to eat frozen microwave bread? I don't like it. We don't want fresh bread like all the people with two parents.
Oh,
I know.
you're
And then
killing
one
me,
day
Sauce.
my dad was like, well, this bread was microwave. Can you tell? And I ate it and I said, yeah, obviously. And then he goes, that was fresh from the store. You can't tell. And I went, I'm just sad that mom's gone. It's not about the bread.
Little 12-year-old overweight Josh.
Yeah.
So cute.
But anyways, so now I'm like, always skittish about saying that I can tell something's microwave or something like this. Might be coming from an emotional place.
When you were 12, you still think about it till now? You're 32.
We are
That's
all the
20
products
years ago.
of all that we have ever done and all that we will do, Nicole.
No, it sucks.
Yeah.
Why can't we just be like robots? They have it so easy.
I don't know. I think, those
so easy.
collections of traumas are part of the things that, make
us
life
human?
beautiful later. It makes us human, You ever meet someone without challenges in life and then they just suck? A couple of them. I've met a couple of those people.
I know
Their
some.
challenge is that they don't have challenges. We like to make up problems,
You know what? You're so smart.
Thank
That
you.
was very profound, and I'm going to think about that later tonight.
Okay.
Hey, Meggie, Josh, Nicole.
Maggie.
That's kind of a weird one, I guess. I
Oh,
like my salads warm. I pull
let's go!
before lunchtime. Let it get up to temp.
Yes!
Yeah, I think they're better like that. Love you guys. Bye.
I hate warm salads.
Do you know what I have waiting for me immediately after I leave this?
Are you
I have
asking?
I have
Okay,
a
go ahead.
salad that has been sitting at room temperature for 2 hours on my desk. Thai mango chicken salad from Mendocino
no.
Farms.
No.
And Mindy asked me, "Do you want me to put this in the fridge?" And I said, "No, Mindy. I like it when the aromas are at room temperature, but thank you for the offer."
Ice cold salads are my favorite kind of salad. I want it to be so cold, not frozen, but cold. Ice cold salad, ice cold dressing. That's how I like to live my life.
Lettuce grows in the sun, Nicole. Let it be in its natural environment.
The ingredients in ice cream are also, the milk is made from a warm teat, Josh.
It was called ice salad. I wouldn't want that warm. I don't want that. I want my ice salad cold.
What are you
Normal
talking
salad?
about?
Normal salad, milk. I drink room temp too.
No, you don't. You're a liar. You're lying to lie.
I put ice in my milk.
Exactly, liar.
But no, I do agree. I do agree with this. I am trying to think
okay.
of salads that I want ice cold. Like I think of
Caesar.
No, that's a room tempy salad because the cheese. Honestly,
It's really not.
No, cheese.
It's
Okay, so
really
French people.
not a room temp salad.
French people, and this isn't all about the French, but I think they're right about this. Is they hate the temperature that Americans will serve cheese. You take cheese fresh out
Well,
of
that's
a
a
fridge.
pasteurization thing.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, you can take cheese out and let it come to room temp before you serve it. Like you should eat cheese at room temp because that's when the aromas are strongest. You're eating cheese for the aroma. Caesar
Okay.
salad, the main star of the show. You're not eating seasons.
It's
Caesar salad.
anchovies.
It's not anchovies. It wasn't even anchovies in the original Caesar salad.
Well,
You know
that doesn't matter.
I do agree that anchovies is the star, but like Parmesan cheese is so much better when it's warm than when it's ice
I
cold.
don't like this conversation. I want to go to a
If
new
I have a
one.
salad that's in the fridge, check this out. Check this out. I'll put it in the microwave on defrost for 20 seconds.
So stupid.
And people say that's disgusting. All you're doing is getting it back up to room temp. I'm not crazy. You're the one who's crazy.
Why?
Shout out
because
Psycho
I like,
Mike from Suicidal Tendencies.
Because I like my salads cold.
Institution. What?
I like my salads cold.
No, you're not crazy. It's a preference. I get it. Like bright, acidic things taste good cold.
Yeah.
I love like an ice cold Shirazi salad,
Okay, so yeah.
Choriatiki. I want that ice
I
cold.
want my choriatiki.
Choriatiki.
I would say that I want my choriatiki warmed by the Mediterranean sun.
Oh my god. I was eating choriatiki. Choriatiki is Greek for Greek salad, for those who don't know, with geferes by the pool in Somos. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I was thinking about that the other day.
Isn't it also called, I'm going to butcher this and not say the right word. Is it Nimrod salad?
What is Nimrod salad?
No, like what is it? It's not. It's like a term, Cretan salad.
Oh, yeah, Cretan. Like,
I mixed up
oh my god, you
Nimrod
mixed
and-
up Nimrod and Cretan? Cretan meaning from the Isle of Crete, not like you're a Cretan, a bad person. And I don't think they have. Check out though if you want this internal regional Greek drama.
Salad, look.
I know.
I'm right.
I
It wasn't
agree.
Nimrod salad.
No. Well, let's see if Nimrod salad comes up with anything.
I
I will say
feel so stupid. I'm sorry.
no. There's a place called Nimrod Inn Bar and Supper Club that does have a salad bar. So check it out. They also have amazing gizzards and hot
Sorry,
bread.
because calling someone a Cretan is a slur, right?
I don't know about slur, but yeah, like it's like an
It's
old timey
derogatory.
western.
It's
yeah.
derogatory, and calling someone a Nimrod is also derogatory. So I was thinking of two different derogatory words for this.
You really were. That was actually bizarre. Cretan. I don't know.
It's
where
like
it
when I
comes
say dysphagia and aphasia.
from. Interesting.
Oh man, I'm falling apart at the seams.
Whoa, The etymology of Cretan seems fascinating. Anyways, Crete, the Isle of Crete, has the best feta. In Greece. And I was check this out. I was at a market in Somos, and I was like, I want the best feta for my choriatiki.
So is the choriatiki and the Cretan salad the same thing?
It's probably like a special
They're
Crete style.
sisters.
It's like a Southwest Caesar, you know? It's like different. It's like, ooh, there's little chilies in it.
Sorry, you went to the grocery store.
Yeah, and I was like, I want like a
Greece.
nice local feta. And the person was like, well, here are 2 fetas from Samos. And I was like, my favorite. And they were like, listen, the best feta is from Crete.
Oh.
This is all brokered in Greek with me and my buddy's stepdad, who like kind of speaks Greek. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that was my whole story. And now we can move on.
All right.
Hi, Nicole and Josh. Big fan of the show. I'm Sinjin from South Louisiana.
Love the name Sinjin.
And my opinion casserole is that ranch dressing is pretty good in gumbo. Whenever I was in elementary school,
Hate the name.
they would give us, little bowls of gumbo and little packets of ranch dressing, and I'd always mix it together. And everyone around me thought it was disgusting, but I thought it was pretty good. Love the show.
Sinjin, we love you. And a person... I did not expect that at all. A person cannot be defined by one action in their life. But this is really all we know about you. And I will say...
Sinjin!
I don't know the most empathetic way to say this. And, we try and not crap on anybody. De gustibus non est disputandum, but...
What he said.
But this is bleak.
This is the worst. Josh.
Huh.
Me and you, we give each other looks.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like if the shoot's going a little bit wrong, sometimes we give each other the eye.
Yeah.
If something's going wrong, the eye me and you just gave each other was one of the most intense. Like this should be redacted from human history kind of look.
Yeah, it was almost a look of alarm and danger.
Danger.
Right? Your cortisol levels spiked.
Yeah.
with both sides.
My
Ugh.
spidey senses were tingling in the wrong
Yeah, I
direction.
didn't feel safe in that moment. Well, as cooks, we must try and see the redeeming quality here. Let me explain. So, bouillabaisse, another, it's not French. Gumbo's not really French. Bouillabaisse is a soup that exists that has seafood in it, just like gumbo,
Yeah.
depending on what kind of gumbo you're eating. Bouillabaisse is often served with a condiment called rouille, which
Okay.
is like sometimes just saffron. Might be saffron in it all the time, like a saffron aioli. So it's like a thick mayonnaise that is served with a seafood-based soup,
Okay.
typically with bread. Gumbo, instead of bread, you got the rice. It's a thick seafood-based soup. Sometimes,
I can't
depending on what kind of
justify it.
gumbo.
I'm sorry. I know Josh is trying to
You put
justify
the ranch in there
Sinjin.
like a rouille.
Sinjin, love your name. Hate this practice.
Yeah, stop it.
Sorry.
This is the first time people have been like, I eat bugs, and we're like, well, it's great. Bugs are commonly eaten throughout a lot of cultures. Great protein. No, this is the first time that I think we've had to,
Yeah.
really sit someone down and say, don't
Don't
do that. Don't do that.
Don't
anymore,
do it.
Sinjin.
Don't do it anymore.
Yeah, grow up.
Yeah, you
All
might
right?
have done it when
Come
you were
on.
younger, but
Grow
now
up.
just don't tell people you do it.
Yeah, this stays
Josh,
between
is
us,
this too
Sinjin.
mean? Are we being mean?
I think Sinjin knows that we are kidding. And honestly, I would try it. Like creamy soups. I put ranch on my
I would try it. I
put
try
ranch
it.
on my lasagna and my spaghetti. I am no one to talk. Sinjin, you're wonderful. And thank you for giving us this wonderful gift.
Yeah. You made us laugh and
us cry.
question everything. And it's hard to make us question things. So thanks for your candor.
It's hard to show us something we've never seen before.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think that's ultimately what I want out of food experiences. Cretan salad, by the way. Goat's cheese instead of feta.
Oh.
Isn't feta?
Well, didn't you say the best feta is in Crete?
Yeah, but isn't feta made from goat? Or
Maybe-
is it sheep? It's sheep. Feta is sheep.
Oh.
So it's a goat feta.
Okay, I don't know.
This is according literally to one food blog called mypinkrambles.com. So shout out to Joanna. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
For that. I
They're
trust
going to
you
freak out
with my
when they
life.
get that Google notification.
Everyone check out mypinkrambles.com. Tell Joanna thank you for
My Pink
your
Rambles?
service. My Pink Rambles. Well, on that note, thank you so much for listening to Hot Dog and Sandwich. We got new episodes out every Wednesday, new episodes on the YouTube on Sunday.
The last post from mypinkrambles.com was on December 2nd, 2021. If you want to be featured on Opinions or at Casseroles, hit us up at 833-DOG-POD1. We'd love to hear your opinions.
Joanna is a 40-year-old gal who loves beauty, shopping, reading, planning, traveling. Oh, she's colorblind. Spells color with a U. Anyways, if you like seeing our faces, go over to Mythical Kitchen. Check out our other videos. You know where to find us. See you all next time.